LLI is a place for leaders with different backgrounds and different experiences coming together to discuss and collaborate about leadership within the Latinx community. They're doing this while upholding the 4 tenets of building your brand, leaving behind a legacy, holding yourself accountable for your team, to consider the voices of your constituents, and being team builders. What LLI wants the most are people who are authentic and passionate about the Latinx community.
LLI has impacted my college journey, I guess by just showing me the fact that though we seem so far away from each other as individuals, and especially in the Latinx community, it really only takes just a little bit of effort to really see that we're all unified, that we all care about the same things. And I think if there's one thing I can really take away from this, is that just putting in that little bit of effort really goes in the long way when it comes to making that networking and finding that community that really resonates with you.
Can I get a hey Nantali?
Beating so loud. Mama, look, I'm grown now. I'm grown.
Like, what are we even here to do? Like, what we're here inside this program specifically is to learn how to be advocates and to learn how to fight for our passions. And so, like, whether we're fighting against bias or whether we're...
The fact that leadership is universal, everyone is capable of leadership in their own way.
I fly with the stars in the skies. I am no longer trying to survive. I believe that life is a prize, but to live doesn't mean you're alive. Don't worry about me and who I fire. I get what I desire, it's my empire. And yes, I call the shots, I am the umpire. I sprinkle holy water upon the vampire. In this very moment, I'm king. In this very moment, I slay Goliath with the sling. This very moment, I put it on everything. That I will retire with the ring, and I will retire with the crown. Yes, no, I'm not lucky, I'm blessed. Yes, clap for the heavyweight champ, me. But I couldn't do it all alone.
I'm sleepy.
I think since day one, you are expected to participate and just speak up what's in your mind. Being willing to participate, I think, is one of the biggest things that comes with being part of this program. Everybody in the room wants to hear your story, and they want to hear why you're there and why you're advocating for yourself. And for myself, being a Latina in Penn State, having more Latina representation and more Latina mentors is something that really speaks out for me, and it's something that I'm advocating for.
I'm up hard inside, darling, so am I. Okay, 'cause baby, I was born tired. Happy birthday, dear Damaris. Cha cha cha. Happy birthday to you.
Put into the Prodigies family. Something that I learned about being in the Prodigies, while being in the Prodigies, is that people see you in another light that you see yourself. I feel like I got a better understanding of my own capabilities because I saw that somebody else believed in me, and somebody else expected way more from me than I expected from myself, but in a good way. They believed in me and they saw the qualities that I didn't see in myself. And I feel like seeing other people that were also part of my family, seeing that I was also inside this group of people who I thought were amazing, made me feel like I could be amazing and that I am amazing. And I feel like that's what I learned from my family.
Torn apart inside.
I honestly learned a lot from my family. At first, it was kind of weird because I felt like we didn't really have much in common, but like once we started talking and sharing ideas, I realized like we have a lot in common, especially like maybe it's not like the biggest trait between us, but like it's one that I definitely noticed. So like, oh sorry, I don't know if it's just because I got close to them and like we became family, but like they're all really caring and really genuine with.
I'm tired, but I'm fired up. 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 La da da. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha.
I'm definitely going to miss this. I used to be super scared to use the wings that I have to fly, but now I'm capable of flying now.
Nosotros somos
Prior to joining LLI, I had been a timid freshman who felt like I hadn't found my place at Penn State. I hadn't found a group that made me feel included, and it seemed like I was the only Latinx in my extracurriculars. However, that all changed once I joined LLI. The exceptional student leaders in our cohort not only opened my eyes to the different opportunities for Latinx students on campus, but they became family to me. They're what made Penn State feel like home to me. I can honestly say that LLI has provided me with some of my best friends for life, in addition to connections that will help me throughout my professional career. Additionally, LLI has aided in my growth as a leader by showing me how my experience as a Latina has shaped the qualities that define my leadership. I'll forever be grateful for being given the opportunity to take part in LLI, and I'll cherish the memories we made forever.
So coming in a sophomore year, I was getting this feeling that I didn't deserve to be in college. And this despite me saying that my proudest achievement was always being the only one in my family to go. Well, so far. And I like to believe that these bi-weekly meetings really helped me develop a better sense of who I was and why I deserve to be here. It fortified a belief in myself that I was really losing. No matter what the subject really was, it helped because it gave me a sense of belonging. And for that, I owe LLI so much. So thank you, Jenny. Shout out Prodigies and the group as a whole. Nosotros somos.